Hi everyone, I'm your executive coach Yuri Galimidi. Today I want to share with you the secrets of communicating with impact. There are two important points we need to know about communication. One, communication is the most important leadership skill we need to learn, irrespective of whether we are an individual contributor or a senior vice president with hundreds of people reporting to us. And number two is that communication is one of the most learnable skills. So investing in improving our communication skill will immeasurably help us in our career. Over my years as an executive coach, I've researched the topic of communication extensively. And through this research, I've been able to distill the 5 most important attributes of effective communication. And this is what I would like to share with you today. Here we go. Number 1, know the outcome you want to achieve from each and every communication opportunity. Whether it is at home with your family, when you're talking with your friends, when you are with your team at work, or when you are presenting to the executive committee of your project. For example, when you're talking with your friends, do you want to cement your bond of friendship with them? Or do you want to simply share some information that you think might be of interest to them? Or do you want to improve your credibility and your stature with your friends? When you are presenting to your executive committee, do you want to earn their trust? Do you want them to make an important decision regarding your project? Or do you simply want to reassure them that you are on track and so they can leave you alone to do your job? The more you ask yourself this question, what do I want to achieve from this specific communication opportunity, the more impactful your communication will grow over time. Number 2, know your audience mindset and expectations in each situation. For example, are your kids expecting yet another lecture from you? Or are they expecting you to offer them love and support in their moment of challenge? Are the members of your executive committee detail-oriented and they want to know every single line on your project plan? Or do they simply want to know the bottom line before they rush on to their next meeting? Your ability to know the mindset and expectations of your audience, irrespective of whether they are your executive committee, your friends, or your kids, will always increase your chances of achieving your desired outcome, assuming that you have determined in advance what it is. Number 3, craft a clear and succinct message that will produce the impact you want, taking into consideration the mindset and expectations of your audience. Before you speak, ask yourself, how can I make the biggest impact on my audience? Over time, this question will be hardwired into your brain's communication system. There are 2 good ways to practice this aspect of your communication. Number 1 is in your written communication, when you have the time to refine your messages before you click the send button. I always read my emails at least 2 or 3 times before I send them out, and every time I strive to make it clearer, more succinct, and more impactful. The second way you can practice this is with your family and friends, where the stakes are not as high as when you are presenting to a high-level audience. When we present to a high-level audience, we are most stressed out, so our brain's capacity for self-awareness is much reduced. But when we are with family and friends, we can develop our self-awareness and pay more attention to making our message as succinct and clear as possible. A coaching client who is a senior managing director asked me the other day, one of my senior bosses has the special ability of expressing a unique perspective every time he speaks. And because of this, He has earned a tremendous reputation within the company. How can I develop this skill? Well, I said, people are not born this way. A certain part of this trait is indeed encoded in our DNA, but the majority of our communication skills come from a strong sense of self-awareness and a lifelong motivation to develop and express ourselves in a powerful way. Number 4 on our list is communicate with confidence and with humility. When you communicate with confidence, it comes through in your voice, in your body language, and people notice this immediately. Whether you are with your friends, your team at work, or with your project's executive committee. The combination of confidence and humility is even more powerful. People don't like other people who always appear to know everything. It makes the audience look smaller in front of the speaker. But if you appear to speak with confidence and you're also open to listening and learning, it becomes your winning combination. You can develop your ability to speak with confidence by using the following 3 steps. Number 1, once again, develop your real-time self-awareness. Every time you speak, irrespective of who your audience is, ask yourself this question. How am I coming across? Am I sounding and looking confident? Initially, you will have to consciously ask yourself this question, but over time, you will habitualize your self-awareness and you will not even be aware that your brain is monitoring your level of confidence all the time. The next step is to ask someone that you trust and respect to provide you constructive feedback every time you speak. Ideally, this should be someone that is typically present when you speak in front of an audience that will challenge your inner confidence. I recall that one time I was due to speak in New York City in front of a large audience. So I invited a friend of mine who is also a coach to attend my presentation and take detailed notes on how I was coming across. Was I speaking with confidence? Was I succinct and clear and impactful? And after that event, I sat down with my friend for coffee and she gave me detailed feedback on my presentation. And the third step in improving your communication ability is to practice. Practice, practice, practice. Challenge yourself to do a little bit better every time you speak. Record and listen to yourself so that you can focus on specific aspects of your communication that require improvement. If you're open to it, I really recommend that you join Toastmasters. This is a wonderful organization and the value it provides comes from the very structured approach they use to help their members improve their communication skills. And number 5 is to listen attentively. And this is perhaps the most difficult skill to learn. The reason being that we are hardwired to speak, to express ourselves. So whether you are listening to your child, your friend, or your boss, 50% or more of your brain's capacity is already thinking about what it is you want to say next. Listening intently means that 100% of your brain is focused on what the other person is saying. The words they use, their voice intonation, their volume, their speed of speaking, and of course their body language as well. As an executive coach, I can tell you that it takes a tremendous amount of training to teach our brain to shut down all its other systems except for the one which is listening to someone speaking to us. But it can be done. In summary, our ability to communicate with impact depends on the following 5 items. Number 1, have a clearly defined outcome of what you want to achieve. Number 2, know your audience, their mindsets and their expectations. Number 3, craft a clear and succinct message every time before you speak. Number 4, communicate with confidence and with humility. And number 5, listen attentively. Always seek to understand before you seek to be understood. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I will be publishing a fresh video on leadership topics every Tuesday. Also, please view my other videos in the leadership series and let me know which additional topics you'd like me to speak about. And last, I invite you to explore my career coaching program and my leadership mastery program by clicking on the links below. And with that, please stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.